This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his third season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Nifty move. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 73 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, everyone does their best to try to have their starters ready for week 1. Guys still have to practice. They still have to train. And injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now gone. setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. They juked him. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Montgomery. It's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fighting his way through contact. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
33-yard line. It's 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Counter play with Jacobs. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's taken in by Golden. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey.
Play fake. Here's Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Love now. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And 2.
Set. Go. 45.
These two teams all tied after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Now Love. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Here's Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Out of the gun. Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. Now he's loose at the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 74 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Green jack. 33. Yellow. Ready?
Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return from the Detroit touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that flag accepted. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now the Packers get set to go. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 40.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 25-yard line. 174 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
At the 25-yard line.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Able to find his man, Kraft. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Packers.
Throwing. Love. And he will find his man on the outside. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down. 1st and goal.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Set, hut, ready.
Jacobs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Set, hut.
One more time with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have come back to make it a 2-point game. McManus now for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game.
Makes the score Lions.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen in our halftime report. Scott.
Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kendre Miller. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Saints give Kellen Moore his first win as head coach. They get the job done here. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. A touchdown pass here from 23 yards out. The Jaguars get the victory. Congratulations to Liam Cohen, his first win as an NFL head coach. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Jonathan Taylor. He's going to hit the hole hard, get loose into the secondary, and they're not gonna get him. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery.
Here we go. Set.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And running with power here. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Love looking to throw it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft there to make the grab. And the Packers have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Lions, first down. Gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Goff. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
There's Goff. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's tackled at the
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And he's unable to hold on to that offensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
45, white. Ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That's another Packers first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Here we go. Blue, 32. Hut. Set.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Man, 216 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Come on, ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Gets past one man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Time for another look at this Lions offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Gone. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Love. And he slings one that's incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
He'll try and do this himself. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
Here we go. Set, hut.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Here's Goff. Throw caught by Raymond. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, here's Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Ready. Hut.
Love now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Down. Ready.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright.
Let's go now. Hut.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
Double.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready.
Love, they go play action now. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
Brendan McManus to kick off for
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
The first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Goff now to throw. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions first down.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
In motion goes the tight end. Goff now looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Back to throw, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's another Detroit Lions first
To the air again, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Packers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. 33. Yep.
Off the play fake, Love. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the set. Set.
Running it with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9.
Here we go. 45. White. Hut.
Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 11, 70 seconds remaining. There's Goff. St. Brown on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for the Lions.
Here's Goff.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind
behind them, but they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Goff now looks to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Throwing again is Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. With just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. Now Goff. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Bates' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Green Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.